Welcome to another edition of Striker's Best Bets. Morning, Piere. Have you recovered from your July weekend?
Morning. Yeah, hardly. Had a great time. Obviously, a couple of weeks before building up, and then spending the day with the Bull Sports bettings in the marquee. Squirreled, beautiful setting. Everything organised so well. Yeah, had a lovely time. I think my name's already on the list for next year.
Absolutely. And I believe this is your first July sitting on the other side of the fence. And so I'm glad that you actually had a great experience.
Yeah, there's more fun this other side of the fence for me. I'm talking about this year. Obviously, when you race, dieting, you hope that the race works out. So you're putting pressure on yourself. The owners, the trainer put pressure on you, punters, and you want to do well, and it's a big day, a lot of eyes on you. So I preferred having a few drinks and rather a meal or two.
It actually looks spectacular on television. As you know, I wasn't there. I was entertaining clients in Johannesburg, but from what I saw of the television, it looked absolutely spectacular. And the feedback I got from our punters, they enjoyed it thoroughly. The racing was good. A lot of favourites won. A lot of fancied horses won. So,
You tipped the winner of
and
the July.
I tipped the winner, and I definitely tipped the winner. I'm proud of that. But from a punter's perspective, a lot of them won, okay, which is good. And it just makes for a better experience, I suppose.
Yeah,
Obviously, carry on, sorry.
A lot of punters I spoke to on the day, I asked them, you up or you down? Most were up. So I don't know if World Sports Betting got a bit of a hiding or not. You can tell us, but a lot of punters had good days.
Yeah, it wasn't an easy weekend for us. It really wasn't an easy weekend for us, but punters have got to win as well, because that's what the game is all about. And we want punters to win. At the end of the day, there's only so much disposable income available. So we want punters to win. We want them to enjoy their racing. And it's not only about racing. At World Sports Betting, we do numbers, we do sport, we do casino, we do tables, we do it all. So it's nice that they win, because it's not nice losing all the time. So it was great. My punters in Johannesburg, of which we had close on 100, at the Sky Bar out at Blueberry Hotel, they loved every minute of it as well. Okay, these are the guys that couldn't get to Durban, and they elected to stay local. Our COO, Reino Duplessis, and myself, and head of our VIP, Bob Urim, we entertained the 100 guests here in Johannesburg, and they loved it. The food was superb. The atmosphere, the vibe was superb. It was actually like we're sitting at the Hollywood Bets Durban July. So it was absolutely great. Everybody enjoyed it, and also they won money, which is great. It's great to see people winning money. I won a couple of rand for a change. So, okay, all in all, it was a great weekend.
Excellent.
Yeah, I think let's get on to we're previewing Turffontein Saturday, the 11th of July. It's unfortunately back to the bread and butter meetings now until the end of the month, where we then go back to Greyville for the Gold Cup and those Group 1s on the day, the Mercury Sprint, and the 2-year-old races on Gold Cup Day, which is going to be a great day. But okay, from here on in up to the end of the month, it's bread and butter meetings. But that's what racing's all about.
Yes.
We follow the season, and we're coming back to Gauteng now after after Durban, and then we move on to Cape Town, where we sponsor the Fillies Guineas at Hollywood Bets Kenilworth, and we sponsor obviously the World Sports Betting Met, which we've done for many years. We're starting to plan that in the next month. We start planning the World Sports Betting Met at Hollywood Bets Gravel. So yeah, there's a lot to do still. But for now, we're going to Turffontein, 11th of July. We're going to preview, obviously, the Pick 6 from race 2, the PA from race 3, and obviously, sorry, let me rephrase that, the Barpot from race 2, PA from race 3, Pick 6 from race 4. Okay, let's move on to it. So we start in the second race over 1,160 meters. They're betting even money number 8, Riviera, 28-10 number 2, Arabella Flag, 33-10 number 5, Light in the Woods, 9-1 number 7, Princess Ivalo, and 15-1 and Better the Rest.
Well, the 3 horses that I saw is Arabella Fig, number 2, number 5, Light in the Woods, and then the favorite, number 8, Rivera. Rivera, there's been 7 runners, no winners, but money came for her, so she must be showing something at home. So I think for the, I'm trying to find bankers on this card. It's nearly impossible, but I think Rivera, you could possibly bank her in a bar pot. But if you want to have another one because all juveniles, then maybe put the 2 Arabella Fig. I initially like the 5, Light in the Woods. If you look at this first run, there's been some winners behind there. Catfish, last time a little bit mild distress, and that was at Gravel. Back to Joburg. So maybe 8 and then pick between the 5 and the 2.
Now, my 2 cents worth, I agree with you 100%. The Source Rivera looks hard to beat. Great first run. Was just run out of it. My value in the race, and if this filly doesn't need a run, is this horse Musalaka from the Tony Peter yard. My only problem is it's coming off a long break. The form lines in that last start were very strong, and it ran 8.5 lengths behind Sean Terry's horse Get Up, which is touted to be a very good horse, and that horse Flower Island is also I think that's from the Mike and Matthew the Cock yard. So my value in the race is Musalaka. I know the horse is doing well at home. My only worry, if it is a worry, is that it's coming off a long break. But for me, I'm putting in 2 horses. I'm putting in Musalaka and Rivera.
Yeah, that could be nice value there. Nice good
Absolutely.
Perfecta, whatever.
Absolutely. We move on to race 3, which is the first leg of the place accumulator. Over 1,000 meters. They are betting 22-10 number 1, Umzingeli Wanati, 28-10 number 7, 2020 Vision, 33-10 number 2 +4, and number 4 Pivotal Roll, 7-1 number 3 Stonywood, 16-1 and Better the Rest.
Yeah, I looked at the form here. They are so close together. The handicapper has got the spot on. So I'm going to look towards a younger horse that can improve more. But obviously, if you like Zingeli Wanyati, then you got like 2020 Vision. Better off at the weights. Claiming 1.5. It's a small field, so I think find 2 horses. So maybe go the favorite number 1. Zingeli Wanyati, because it's a 3-year-old. Can improve more. And maybe also like Pivotal Roll, also a 3-year-old. 2 out of his 4 starts, and then last time a little bit disappointing. But as a 3-year-old, can improve more. So maybe the 1 and the 4.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you. And like you said, if you like Umzingeli and if you like Umzingeli Wanati, okay, you gotta like 2020 Vision because 2020 Vision is way better off at the weights. 56 is 3.5 kilos better for under a quarter length beating. But I would include 2020 Vision, but I'll make it a 3-horse race. 1, 4, and 7. We now move on to the first leg of the pick 6, over 1,800 meters. They are betting, am I at the right race? They are betting 2-1, number 9, Best Candidate, 33-10, number 8, Boundless Love, 4-1, number 2, The Playboy Bomber, 5-1, number 4, Robert Browning, 8-1, number 3, Jordan, and number 6, Give Me a Choice, 10-1, and better the rest.
Yeah, once again, a handicap, difficult race. 1,800, you can get away with a bit of a bad draw. I've tried to cut it down to 2 horses because it's a small field. You don't want to put the whole field in. And my first choice is actually number 8, Boundless Love. There's some strong collateral form line. Last time I had a bad draw, now a way better draw. So I'm going to put in the 8, Boundless Love. And then with the favorite, the 9, Best Candidate. 3-year-old, won 2 of his last 3 starts. Obviously, improver. I think you've got to follow up. So 8 to 9.
Yeah. Just my suggestion is if you want to include another horse, I would include this horse, Area Vista. I know it's doing well at home. Cabello has been riding a lot for the stable. His last run, 7 lengths with Tintin ran on July Day. Didn't feature, but just the fact that Tintin was there on July Day, and this horse ran 7 lengths to it. And I know that the horse is well fancied by the yard. So for me, 5, 8, and 9. Let's move on to race 5 of the first leg of the jackpot, where they're betting 23-10, Heel and Soul, number 6, 15-4, number 2, Page Boy, 4-1, number 9, Dr. Strangelove, 11-2, number 3, Thunsel, 11-2, number 4, Future Wolf, 15-2, number 7, Eiger Sanction, 11-1, and better the rest. Very open race for me, Piere.
Yeah, difficult. I found a little bit of a value bet here. The reason why is number 7, Eiger Sanction. He's getting the claiming. He's dropped in a merit rating, and there's some collateral form line that he's right there. So, but he's a 5-year-old already. In 2 weeks' time, he's a 6-year-old. Once again, got to try and support or go with the younger 3-year-olds. But then, if you look at the 6, Heel and Soul, it's a 4-year-old. It's got solid form. It's been running in Cape Town. We know that the Cape Town form is stronger. And drawn 1, you're gonna have to put the 1 in. I would say probably the 2 as well, Page Boy. So it's 2, 6, and then my roughly the 7, Eiger Sanction.
Yeah, I'm on the same page as you. My only worry is that that the St. John Gray yard has been a little bit quiet of late. He's starting to show some what's the word I'm looking for? Some recovery of form, if you want to call it that. Okay, where the horses are starting to get a bit closer. So I like your roughie or your value bet. This kid Ramkalawan, he rode an absolute cracker on Gary Rich's horse yesterday at Scottsville. I liked his seat on a horse, and I just like the way the horse was balanced. The horse went to the front. He kept the horse together. And I think, okay, this kid is really worth his claim for. So I agree with you on your value bet. Excuse me. Let's move on to race 6, which is the first leg of the second jackpot over a mile. They're betting very open race. 4-1, number 2, Brave Space Mission. 5-1, number 8, It's Now or Never. 11-2, number 9, Narratoy. 6-1, number 1, Brave Warm. 6-1, number 6, Snow Moon. 7-1, number 5, No More. And 11-1, and Better the Rest.
Well, I see the horse that I found in a bit of value here is number 8, It's Now or Never. Unfortunately, last time was not striding out and hanging, which normally tells you there are issues. But maybe it could have just been a once-off on the day, not feeling so great. So I'm putting in the 8, It's Now or Never. And then I'm going to go with the favorite, number 2, Space Mission. And then also you can search for you can find anything after that. Maybe the 6, Snow Moon. Been competing in the Durban season, which we know most trainers take the best horses down to Durban, and so the quality is probably stronger this time of year. So I'm going to put in the 2, the 6, and my value number 8.
I'm going to tip our viewers one for the day, Piere. My value bet on the day is this horse Brave Warm. I just like the way this horse won last time out at the Vaal. And he's going the extra 100 meters. He went to the front and he just kept on galloping. And I know that this is a very, very, very nice horse. And I've had a little bet already. I took the 7 and the 8-1. I don't normally back maiden winners. I think they've got a little bit to prove unless they're very special coming out of the maidens. But this horse, Brave Warm, is valued at 6-1. And I can tell you now, he's going to start much shorter than 6-1 come Saturday. Okay, let's move on to race 7 over 1160 meters. They are betting 5-2, number 9, Dante's Bond. 7-2, number 8, Antonio Gaudi. 4-1, number 5, Vibe SA. 9-2, number 4, Max the Magician. 13-2, number 2, Titan of the Turf. 10-1, number 7, Echo Check. 12-1, and Better the Rest.
Yeah, doesn't get any easier.
Doesn't get any easier.
I mean, Charming Cheetah, young horse, ran against some of the best sprinters in the country already. But it ran July Day. So will it run? I'm not so sure. But you start looking at Max the Magician. He's got some solid form, but he's drawn 1. I think he's a type of horse that likes to have a bit of cover. So if there's not enough pace next to him, he might find himself too far back because he's going to have to pull the horse back to try and get cover. Otherwise, you can make like you say, Vibe SA, Dante's Bond. These are all young horses, and they look like they've got potential. So I would suggest the 5 and the 9, and I know it's a small field, but maybe Antonio Gaudi. It's just such a hard race.
Very, very hard race, Pierre. If your budget can afford it, try and put close to field in your pick 6. I can tell you now that if the right Charming Cheetah comes to the races on Saturday, it will be no race. This horse early on in his career, okay, ran, like you say, to the best of them. Pistol Pete, Split the Eights, Magic Mountain, Zalatoris, um, Miami Mountain. If the right Charming Cheetah comes to the racecourse, I can tell you now that this will be no race. He came off a little bit of a break in his last run, okay, which was Sunday. So this will be second run after a rest. My value is Charming Cheetah, but if you can afford it, I would go as close to field as possible in the pick six. Let's move on to race 8, which is another race down the straight over 1160 meters. They're betting 15 to 4, number 3, Ready, Set, Fire, and number 6, Winter in Auckland. 9 to 2, number 8, Evening Parade, and number 11, Time Will Tell. 11 to 2, number 1, Geostorm. 9 to 1, number 13, Unkundla Gold. 15 to 1, and Better the Rest. Not easy, Piere.
Yeah. How do you find winners? These horses are so close, and there's some unknown horses, 2-year-olds taking on 3-year-olds. You got only, I think, look at horses that are lightly race and on the up, which is normally what you do. Any information on number 1, Geostorm? Because I thought,
yeah, they fancy it. It's due to run a very, very good race. There's been big money for it already, from 9 to 1. From 10 to 1 and 6 to 1. But I can tell you that this horse, Winter in Auckland, is a very, very nice horse. Got the draw, coming off Cape form, been winners out of its last 3 runs. My only problem with Winter in Auckland is that it's coming off a long, long break. Its last run was on the 25th of Feb, but those form lines are massively strong. Another race that I wouldn't be shy to load if I were to be taking a pick 6. Not an easy race at all.
Yeah, if I'm going to have to choose now, I'm going to include, say, the 3, Ready, Set, Fire. The 5, Gunboat, also as a young horse on the up, and then the 6, Winter in Auckland. I'm cutting it down to those 3. If you want to go another one, maybe Evening Parade, one easier second start. It's a 2-year-old. 2 weeks' time, it's a 3-year-old. So I think they still get their weight for age allowance. So this can all, when you're this close to the end of the season, I mean, 2 weeks' time, the horse is a year older. You would look at the horse in a different way.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's not an easy race, Piere. I'm siding with the draws. I've just got a way I play, and the way I play, excuse me, is that down the straight at Turffontein, I go more middle to outside, and for me, I'm going with the 2 Tony Peter runners, and I am going to be throwing in Time Will Tell, drawn nicely. Got Carl in the saddle. He rode this horse last time over the 1200, over the 6 furlong, so he would have got a better feel. He's down 4 kilos, whereas this horse, Ready, Set, Fire, who's beaten him twice before in his last 2 runs, has drawn 5. Obviously got champion jockey let Craig Zaki in the irons. Craig's riding out of his skin. So I'm putting in Ready, Set, Fire, Geostorm, Gunboat, Winter in Auckland, and Time Will Tell into my exotics. Very, very, very hard race. Let's move on to race 9, where they're betting 28 to 10, number 13, Life in Color. 9 to 2, number 7, Drive Like a Master. 5-1, number 6. Winston's Wonder. 7-1, number 6-1, number 11. Wild as the Wind. 8-1, number 12. Satya Grasha or Grass, I can't say it. Satya Graha, and 12-1 and better the rest.
Satya Graha. Yeah, I actually won on him long ago.
You did.
Not a nice ride. Yeah, I remember going to the front on him, and he won easy. The next time he didn't jump, and then he was pulling, and he was actually dangerous. This is 1400, so I think he can lean towards the draws here. I looked at number 1, Secret Chord. I know it got beaten 19 lengths last time. Something must have been wrong. But if you look at form before that, Beyond Lead the Charge, okay, Specialist, but it's not one of my fancies. I think it's a horse that you can include in a quartet, and it might pay nice. It's drawn 2. My first choice actually is another bit of value here. It's number 6, Winston's Wonder. I see it's always slow away, losing a length. Now it's drawn 1 around the bend. Even if it's slow away, drawn 1. By the time I've gone 20, 30 meters, it should be a length off them, unless they go very fast, and obviously Winston's Wonder will be further behind. But if you look at, after breaking his maidens, his third last start, he finished 4 lengths behind Errol Flynn. We know where he's going.
Where he's heading, yeah.
Yeah, his second last start, also Errol Flynn, 8 lengths, which is not great. Last time, 3 lengths Tracksuit Dave, who's also on the up. And last time was drawn 7, now drawn 1. The merit rating of the horses dropped from 88 merit rating to 82. There's a lot in its favor. And I think 5-1, you can get a bit of value here. My only concern is that it's a competitive race. Horse like number 13, Life and Color, who's just turned, who's 2 years old. It's going to turn 3 soon. Well drawn, claiming 1.5. And I think behind the Present Promises, older horses, nothing wrong with that. You're already competing against old horses, so you can see the forms there. Maybe just go to 13 and my value number 6, and that could get you through, because other horses that have got form are drawn bad, and it's on a bend. So go light in the last and hope you're in by then, and you got to cut down somewhere. It's a terribly difficult card.
Yeah, very, very difficult. I like this horse, Life in Color. For me, he's done absolutely nothing wrong. I just love that last run behind Present Promises. Unfortunately, the form line hasn't really worked out. There's been no winners from 6 runners. But the 2 runs before that, where he won over the 1400, and where he ran 3rd behind Wild as the Wind, those were 2 good runs. This horse of Sean Terry's, I'm not even going to say the name again, number 12, is also owned by a mate of mine, Advocate Sershan Reddy. So, so silently, I'm hoping that the horse performs well for him. And I've got another mate of mine, Sturge Poliaris, who's got Life in Color in the race. So for me, I think Life in Color is the right horse, and I'm taking a chance, and I'm banking it in my PAs. And I'm going to take 2 different big 6s, where I'm going to bank a Life in Color in one, and I'm going to load in the last in another. But all in all, like you say, Pierre, very, very hard days racing. I think the exotics are going to pay. I think there's a couple of favourites that are beatable, and I think that there are some long shots that are going to shorten come Saturday. So it's going to be hard, and if you catch exotics on Saturday, I'd like to be with you because it's going to pay money.
Yeah, with these races that are so difficult. I mean, we're always asking the punters out there, how can we do this podcast better? And someone was saying a best bet for the day. I'm not going to give a best bet on this card. It's impossible. But maybe, like you said, exotics are the way to go, because such a difficult, such a competitive card that if some of them go missing, a fancied horse already it starts paying. So maybe that is your way to go.
Absolutely, I agree with you. On a lighter note, there's going to be a big announcement coming around about the 22nd of July. We're keeping it shum, you and I, for now. There are bigger and better things that are happening to Strikers' best bets. And we look forward to announcing it come round about the end of the month. I'd say round about the 22nd of July, there'll be a press release. So it's exciting times for us, especially you, Mr. Strydom. And we look forward to announcing it in the near future.
Yeah, and obviously, all sports betting, you just want to get better, be better, and help the punter as much as possible.
Absolutely, and it's just the nature of the guys here at World Sports Betting. If you really look at it, they are very CSI driven. They put a lot back into the game. They put a lot back into the grooms. What is the word I'm looking for? Into forwarding the grooms and to making the grooms lives much better. And they support a lot of charities. They support a lot of horse care units. They really do a lot for the game, and the amount of money that they put back into racing. I'm not even talking about the other charities, but I'm talking about putting money back into racing, and it's not for just their own good or the good of the operators, because as you know, I head up sponsorship at World Sports Betting. There's a lot of money being spent on racing sponsorships, as well as rugby sponsorships and EFC sponsorships and cricket sponsorships and boxing sponsorships, and the list just keeps on going on and on and on. But we want the game to survive, and the only way we can make the game survive is give the punters as many tools as possible to make money, because punters only have X amount of disposable income. I know from myself. I've got X amount of disposable income, and as you know, Piere, I love a punt, and I take my exotics every day. I don't miss a day. We need information and we need ammunition to be ahead of the game. So we try and make our punters' lives easier. We hope that the guys that watch our podcast get making money off the podcast. And going forward, there's a lot of exciting things happening. And it's exciting times, for horse racing from a World Sports Betting perspective. So yeah, if you haven't opened up an account, Piere. What do they use? Striker 50.
Striker 50.
Open up an account. Use Striker 50. And you'll be surprised. There are some lovely specials all the time. There's still the first deposit matches, although the Hollywood Bets Durban July is now come and gone, and those specials have come and gone. There's always more specials. There's free spins on a Monday. They've been for the last couple of weeks. I think it's on a Sunday that they've had the penalty kick, where you can win up to 500 Rand in in free betting vouchers. Yeah, so there's a lot happening at World Sports Betting, and yeah, open up an account, use the promo code Striker50, and come and join the family. I promise you'll enjoy it. More than that, Pierre,
Well,
I hope all our punters have a wonderful weekend, and I hope they make lots of money.
I hope so too. Happy punting.
Happy punting.